How do I stop being racist? Lots of good advice here already. But you also mentioned that some of your family doesn't talk to the racist ones? It might be a good time to say hello to that side of the family. I am a black woman. I will say simply recognizing this behavior and wanting to come out of it is step number one and the absolute hardest step. Just remember that when it comes to stepping out of your comfort zone and wanting to make friends with minorities, set those stereotypes in the back of your mind, 'cause you have decided to go on your own path and make your own judgment calls. Take people as individuals, not as a generalized whole. You got this, 2 hearts. So, it may be scary, but the best way to stop being racist is to spend time with people who are different than you. You will very quickly learn that they aren't scary people trying to rule the world or subjugate you. They're just people. They like watching TV shows and have strong opinions about food and do the same things you do. Just that their ancestors came from a part of the world that had a different amount of sunlight than yours did. Like right now, you're talking to someone who isn't white. And that wasn't hard, was it? It is totally normal to have some fears and some worries because of how you were raised. But I believe that you'll be able to overcome those very quickly once you actually start spending time with different people. Don't go try to make friends with minorities. Just go spend time with people of all different cultures. And let the friendships form naturally. Don't rush it. One thing I love to do is to talk to someone from another country. Find out about how they grew up, their struggles, their beliefs, their stories in general. You will find that we are all the same in most ways. Well done for recognizing a bias and seeking help. I'm happy for you. Everyone's advice is similar and correct. Spend time with and talk to people who are different. I'll take it a little further in adding this. Seek out a psychiatrist, or support group or counselor. I'm not sure of the financial situation you are in, and I'm assuming from the post that you are from the US. Forgive me if I am wrong. So again, I am not sure of the cost or availability. The reason for this advice is that you have been fed a message for many years, and it may be more difficult to overcome than to just spend time with people. Lastly, when your biases come up, question yourself logically. It will help break down those biases as you realize they don't make logical sense. Good luck on your journey. You have started already by recognizing you want to grow out of those beliefs and moving far away. Well done. Next step is to be open, actively look for proof that debunks those beliefs. You won't have to look too hard. I see a lot of deep and thoughtful answers. I like a lot of them. But a really easy and superficial way to get to know cultures, be comfortable around them, is food. Go and try some Indian, Japanese, halal, kosher, Namibian food places and find out how much better their food can be than whatever your folks were probably feeding you. How do I stop being racist? It can be tough to overcome what you have been taught your entire life. But just the fact that you are asking the question shows that you can do it. You might not even get 100% of the way there. You might always have little inappropriate thoughts popping up in the back of your mind. You don't have to act on those though. And you certainly don't have to teach your kids to be racist. I've been brainwashed so much that I can't help but feel scared of black people or hate Jews. Because they supposedly control the world. Rich people control the world. Most of the ones in the US are old white men. The easiest thing to do is travel and experience the world. 99% of people just want to eat and laugh with friends. And when you're the foreigner and are welcomed with open arms, it changes your perspective a lot. Okay, it's a simplification. And travel can be expensive. Just leave your county and country from time to time. You'll notice a large swath of racists rarely travel far from home. The fact that you are acknowledging your background, the way you were raised to think, is a tremendous step forward. And the fact that you recognize when people are being racist. The best way to change is to meet new, different people. Have lots of conversations. Observe your environment. I come from a place where seeing POC is rare, and that can make people racist because it's something truly foreign to them. When I moved to a bigger city and I had POC in my apartment building, everything suddenly made sense. It's different when you experience something versus when just hearing stories. But at the same time, read, learn. All the stereotypes that exist about Jewish PPL, for example, can be explained through history. Edit. Question everything around you. Be curious. Soon you'll see that we are all people underneath. Jew logging in here. This is great that you're expanding your circle and learning about those around you. Let me know if you have any questions about Judaism. Understand Judaism may also help you understand Christianity, as it was based on the Old Testament. FYI, we have no interest in killing anyone. At least who isn't trying to kill us. Which, unfortunately, is more than it used to be. There is no space laser. We do not control banks, Hollywood, whatever other industry you're thinking of. Yes, Jews can be educated, in places of power like anyone else. But there is no conspiracy here. Edit. Adding that you should look into the local chapter of the ADL, Anti-Defamation League. They do amazing work in combating hate against Jews and other minorities. I am sure that they'd have resources to help you.
Reading.
I'm a big fan of Professor Kendi's book, How to Be an Anti-Racist. He weaves in stories from his own life with chapters on the various ways in which racism and prejudice grows, impacts our lives, etc. One of the most interesting and I think moving things about the book is that he is very open about the times that he himself had ideas that were racist or prejudiced, and the steps he took in order to better understand those biases. I would highly recommend it. All you can do is try your best. Don't allow your fear to persuade how you interact with people. You could also research things about minorities, such articles about people's own experience with oppression or just their struggles in general. Question everything. Everything you were taught needs to be re-evaluated. Examine your own basic assumptions, maybe even on paper, to make it easier to make them visible to yourself. Take a leap of faith. Deliberately chose to assume that the races you were taught to scorn and fear won't attack you, merely based on a difference in race. Be logical. How likely is it really that a whole group of people that happen to have the same skin color have the same values, goals, and behaviors? Change your criteria for judging. Judge people on what they do and say, not for their random characteristics like race, sex, and the like. Pat yourself on the back. You're mature enough to realize that racism doesn't make sense, and trying to change that within yourself. Most people never do. The first step is admitting you have a problem. Always. Good job on at least knowing that there's a problem and wanting to be part of the solution. It won't be easy, but it's right. Thanks, Op. I smell BS. Well, you've recognized that you grew up either racists and yet you reject their beliefs and actively are asking how to do better. That's a great first step. This is the most basic, simplest, underlying principle that you need to turn into a mantra and repeat all day, every day. You are not a white person. It's not a black person. It's not a gay person. It's not a Jewish person. It's not a woman. It's a person. That person deserves to be treated like a person. Treat people like people, with all the respect and dignity that deserves. No matter what group of people you are interacting with, they all want the same thing. to be recognized as people and treated fairly.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.